What's going on, YouTube? It's me, Austin, here for just a Railfan Productions. Now, I do apologize for lack of uploads lately. I haven't got a chance to go out railfanning, but yesterday, I was able to get out. I went railfanning out Canal Drive in Chesapeake, Virginia, on the former NS and W main. And while I was there, I caught two eastbounds, NS234 and NS822. Now, it's worth noting that NS234 has something special on it. There was an ex-CSX YN2 C40-8W that was trailing third. And that was totally unexpected. I did not expect to catch that. But again, it's really depressing in a way. Because CSX has retired a lot of power, many of which were not junk. I think that the reason why they got rid of all this power was because they probably didn't need it. They were probably losing business to get to the point where they just don't feel they don't really feel that they need the power anymore, so they're going to get rid of it. Anyways, I'll go ahead and get in more detail with that in another video. But anyway, so yes, I caught two eastbounds, NS234 and 822. And 822 was bound to Lamberts Point, while 234 was heading to the international or the Norfolk International Terminals. Now, I have been down there, and I swear it's probably the biggest facility that you can ever see. It's the biggest intermodal terminal that NS has. It's pretty big. I've even seen photos of it, and I might want to share some photos on Facebook when I get a chance. I mean, the facility is humongous. So anyways, yeah, so I decided that I'm not going to upload this. If you're probably wondering why haven't I uploaded those videos, well, for one reason. I decided that, I think it's a better idea to not upload the videos until I collect more videos, because there really is no reason for me to upload just two videos. I want to be able to gather my videos, gather them into an all-in-one video. That's what I'm planning on doing. So, anyways, with that being said, I do have a railfan trip scheduled next Monday, after my mom's doctor's appointment. Now, yes, you're probably wondering, hey Austin, why are you railfanning only on, why are you railfanning on Mondays? I thought you railfanning on Sundays. Well, I wanted to change it up a little bit. I wanted to see if I'm able to catch more train traffic on Mondays compared to Sundays, because usually on Sundays, both the CSX A line and the Norfolk District is just dead. Unfortunately, it's the NS line has just been dead for the past year now. Now, believe it or not, the NS Norfolk District used to see around 20-30 trains a day, but that was back then when we still had the Ford plant, and that was back then when coal was booming. But that was back in 2012. Now, then in 2013, the train traffic has declined to around about 19 to 22 trains per day on average. On a good day, you probably could catch around 10 or 11 trains, but that means you're going to have to get up at around 9 o'clock in the morning, and as well as railfan part of the night to be able to catch these trains. Now, you're probably wondering, why are a lot of these trains running at night? Well, that's a good question, because so about a year ago, there's a new policy implemented by NS. They decided that they are no longer run, and at the two intermodal trains, NS VO7 and NS VO14. Instead of them going to crew, they now go to port lock, and that means that the trains that normally run during the daytime will run at night. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but then again, it is what it is. But I mean, I was surprised because 234 came in rather early than expected. I mean, I don't, when I'm down there, I don't normally catch that train. That's usually a late to early morning train at most. But yeah, I was very happy to catch in the fact that it had an CSX YN2 C40-8W, so that was a plus. But overall, it was a great day. It was a great day, Ralph, and I was hoping to walk home with about maybe 4 or 5 more trains, but I guess that wasn't the case. Now I heard on the radio that there was supposed to be a westbound coal train. I don't know what it was, but there was supposed to be a westbound coming. But Mark told me that it's not going to come for at least 2 or 3.5 more hours. So we decided to skip on that. I'm assuming that just as I got home, it probably was ready to go west. So unfortunately, I did not catch that, which is a bummer. But then there's always next time. So with that being said, it's also worth noting that when I first arrived at Canal Drive on the church property, sorry, I'm having focus issues. When I was down at Canal Drive, I saw some new railroad ties. Now it turns out that down at Canal Drive, actually on all parts of the Norfolk District, they're doing traffic. They're doing track work now. The only problem is that when NS is doing track work, this is for any railroad. When the railroads do track work, that's going to slow down the train traffic. Therefore, the trains will have to go around a 10-mile-an-hour speed restriction. So that's the reason. When I was rail fanning, they're at a 29-mile-an-hour speed restriction. So they were a little bit more slower than what they're supposed to go. Anyway, so getting back to what I was talking about here. So when I was down at Canal Drive, I saw some railroad ties as well as these rubber seals that go around the railroad crossing. So that people don't end up getting a flat tire when they're going over it. That's what I saw. And I also have a video of that, but that won't be uploaded until I get more videos at Canal. But yeah, those railroad ties were brand new. I can smell the wood in them. All it is just lumber. It's lumber, and it's like a big square rectangle piece of wood. That's all it is. Yeah, I was very surprised to see that there, and I'm assuming that sometime soon they're going to be replacing ties at Canal Drive. And let me tell you, the ties at Canal, they are really, really bad. I'm thankful that they're going to be replacing those. So that's very good to hear. And the fact that the tracks down there are not in the greatest of shape either compared to other spots along the line. Alright, so anyways, with that being said, yeah, so I will have a rail venture scheduled next Monday. And along with that, my buddy Mark told me, when him and I were rail fanning down at Canal yesterday, he said that he's going to take he is planning on taking Joey and I and Amari Miggett to Collier sometime, but he hasn't made an official date for that yet. But anyways, aside from that, I hope I didn't jump any subjects. As probably most of y'all know, CSX has released a new Heritage Unit. But then again, this one isn't in Heritage Unit paint. It's just in the, they just slapped the sticker on there. Now, Georgia Road is one of CSX's fallen predecessors. Now, this particular one, 3415, is a GE built, General Electric built ET44H that was built in 2016. Now, if you notice, like there's like a little hump near the exhaust in front of the radiator. That's actually a phase 2. CSX also has phase 1s too, but that's the phase 2. The reason why they had to chop some of that off was to help clear clearance issues. I believe. I think it was messing around with their emergency equipment on there. So you still see a lot of those phase 1s around. Yeah, I know that Union Pacific and BNSF has some, but NS was smart enough and waited for the phase 2 because they knew that they're going to end up having clearance issues. So that's why that explains why they waited for at least a year before they got theirs. But anyways, I thank you guys for watching. I know this video is kind of long. I don't want to make it too long. But as I said, be sure to stay tuned for more videos. I'll be rail fanning out Canal Drive once again next Monday to see if we can see more trains. So, anyways.